What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video. And today, it's not one product we're talking about, it's an entire ecosystem. Yes, over the years, I have slowly but surely and unknowingly transferred from the Apple ecosystem to the Samsung ecosystem. Now, an interesting word comes to mind here: manipulation. Manipulation is the action of manipulating something in a skillful manner. It's also the action of manipulating someone in a clever or unscrupulous way. Well, I would argue Samsung have manipulated me. Let's talk about why. But first things first, I want to run through the products I'm talking about. Each of these ecosystems consists of a phone, a tablet, and a watch. On Apple's side, you have the Apple Watch Ultra, the iPad Pro 12.9 inch, and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. On Samsung's side, you have the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra, the Samsung Watch 6, and the Samsung S24 Ultra. Now, I think we can all agree that in the UK and European and US Western market, Samsung and Apple have an absolute stronghold over ecosystems. Yes, there are some of you locked into the Google ecosystem as far as a Google Pixel phone, a Google Pixel watch, and maybe 3 or 4 of you out there have a Google Pixel tablet. But again, Samsung and Apple stand up at the top for ecosystems. Now, there's the obvious omission here that on the Apple side, I don't think there's any comparison between their laptops. The MacBook Pros of the world are 100 times better than the Samsung, what do they call them, Galaxy Flex? Whatever their laptops are called. Again, I can almost guarantee that only a few of you watching this video have even tried one, let alone own one of the Samsung laptops. So if we just stick to the tablet, the watch, and the phone, why are Samsung manipulating me personally? Well, every single day of my life, I now use those 3 Samsung products. And that wasn't the case a year ago. A year ago, I purchased the S8 Ultra, the tablet that I have said in numerous videos is the best tablet ever created. I love the 14.6 inch screen, the power, the speakers, everything about the tablet is just fantastic. The thin 5mm dimensions, while still feeling premium and sturdy. It's not got a scratch on it, and it's at this point nearly 18 months old. So that was the first transition for me from an Apple iPad Pro 12.9. I've got the 2020 version, so it's before the M1, and it was just a beast. It was an absolute powerhouse, but I only used it for consuming content, surfing the web, and a bit of mobile games every now and then. So moving to the Samsung tablet with a bigger screen and better speakers, in my opinion, just made sense. Now, when I first switched to the Samsung tablet, it was a bit weird because I was still using an iPhone on the daily. I was still using an Apple Watch every day. So it didn't have that connection to my life. Then the S23 Ultra came out, and things started to really change. This channel is all recorded using an iPhone. All the B-roll, all the A-roll, everything you see is going to have been recorded on an iPhone Pro Max variant, whatever year it is. Now, I'm now on the 15 Pro Max, and the iPhone 15 Pro Max is the first iPhone I have not put a SIM in. Yes, you heard me correct. From day one, 5 months ago, or 4 months ago, I have not put a SIM card in this phone. I have purely and strictly used it for recording videos. That's it. And that is because of the advancements the S23 Ultra and now the S24 Ultra have made to make that Android ecosystem, from file transferring to linking to devices, it's just become as easy as what AirDrop is on the Apple side of things. Now we can argue, and I will do a dedicated video of the iPhone 15 Pro Max versus the S24 Ultra. You are never going to please everyone. I am just giving you my use case scenario, and for my use case scenario and my opinions, the S24 Ultra is a far superior device than the iPhone 15 Pro Max when it comes to being a smartphone. The key word there is smart. So with that paired with, for me, the bigger, brighter and better tablet and the S8 Ultra, that took care of two of the pillars that we're talking about in this video. The third one is for me the toughest one to move away from. I have said again repeatedly, the Apple Watch Ultra is the best smartwatch I think that's been released potentially ever. And that's my opinion, because it's a bigger screen, it's a rugged design. I like the square aspect ratio of it. I like the squared off design and the battery life. For an Apple Watch, the knock has always been that you're going to get a day, maybe 2 days, depending if you're not using GPS or workouts. But with the Apple Watch Ultra, it is stone cold the best battery life on any Apple Watch. 4 or sometimes 5 days, which I know for Garmin fans isn't a big deal, but on an Apple Watch, it makes a difference. But because of the tablet and phone situation I'm using, which is Samsung, the Apple Watch was actually no longer smart enough for me. It wasn't really fitting into my schedule. So what happened with the S24 Ultra purchase was I got the Galaxy 6 watch. And weirdly, in the smaller, is it 40 or 41 millimeter, which for I've got quite big wrists, so I didn't think it would make sense for me. But here we are. Today, as we speak, I have the S24 Ultra, the Galaxy Watch 6, and the Tab S8 Ultra. And if I take you back to that manipulation, it was very cleverly and skillfully done by Samsung, because I didn't even notice. This video has only came about due to me thinking about it last night. I was answering a text message on my phone while watching something on the tablet and setting up the Galaxy Watch. And I thought, shit, I've just completely stumbled into the Samsung ecosphere and I never even noticed. And for me, that has to be the biggest testament for Samsung. The fact that I could transfer to the ecosystem without even realizing and ditching all the Apple ecosystem stuff has been the biggest part. It's been the biggest bonus of this Samsung journey. So, again, a different type of video. I'm not really giving you great detail on specs or prices or anything. I'm hoping you know all that kind of stuff. All I'm trying to get across is that Samsung are doing fantastic things when it comes to all their devices other than foldables, because we know that the Z Fold 3, 4 and 5 have been pretty trash compared to the competition. However, the Z Fold 6 might integrate really well into my ecosystem if it has a larger cover display and better cameras. But time will tell for that. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little shift in content. If you've got any questions about the Samsung devices I have or the Apple devices I have, please let me know. And until next time,